100% on our way to the moon.
Moontrain's on point, we're in the groove, trading like a symphony. With
The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader.
We're on the moon train.
Then we watched you guys land on the moon.
This is how you become a day trader.
All right. Yesterday was a day. Holy shit. I mean, we started scalping and we were doing this absolutely shake weight pattern. I had said that the pain trade at this point yesterday, my TikTok video actually, was to all-time highs, and here we were kind of scalping, moving positions around. Remember, I started grabbing those SPXs, and then obviously absolute face melter. I think the 410s went like 250%, and these up here, I had the 7430s ran even harder. And then obviously I had that heavy QQQ 710 for Friday. And what I did there was, I think, particularly excellent. Not that I'm usually bust out the word excellent regarding myself, but remember here I sold about a quarter, and then I put a stop on the rest around here. And once this stopped me out here exactly, I took the 718s for tomorrow in the chat, and then I went to bed. The reason I did that was obviously in the market analysis last Saturday I covered these two ghosts here, and my plan was for this one, the shorter one, to hit first, obviously, which it did. So when we hit 17 here, or close to it, I took some profit, right? And then I knew already that after I stopped out, I was gonna play this, but the question became where. And I had, as soon as I saw this ghost candle, I posted it in the chat. So when we came down here, I actually have a fill right under this ghost for 718s. Now, that's all dandy, and this looks nice and all of that. You have seen during the overnight sessions how absolutely psychotic this market can be, okay? And you get huge overnight swings like these, like bam. But again, even though it's crazy, it is kind of technical. For instance, why did we start buying calls here yesterday? Because this head and shoulders had already played out. And when a head and shoulders, which is a bearish pattern, plays out and price holds, it will bust the measured move above it. See what I'm saying? So, just teaching you here. So let's see what it is. That is 46 points. Okay. That means that this fucker can go on US 500 74.93. Yeah, which puts it at ES 7500. And then when you look and look again, and that is probably the target here. So what happens after that remains a mystery. So tomorrow is Friday. Yesterday we made a fucking gangbusters load of money again. So what's the plan? Well, I completely slept on SNDK yesterday. I haven't even looked at it all week. That has already ran besides mentioning that it's gonna go to 1400 and then 1600 in the chat, and it, you know, almost pulling it in a day, I mentioned it here somewhere. I haven't paid attention to it. MU, I am buying dips on tomorrow because I think it can get to 770 if it's not there by morning. I mean, again, the pain trade is all-time high. I just have a hard time to see that without, maybe it's a front run. If this doesn't cheat, first of all, if this doesn't cheat overnight, I'd be surprised. This, my system says this move is false and that you will retrace here, and that's like, how does it sell 5 points? Dude, it sold from here to here in no time, so it can totally come back here. So take profit at open, leave runners with stop loss, then do not fucking buy calls until here. Why here? This is where the fake move started from, okay? If we get under here and this breaks, the sell is on, because right now we are violently consolidating over time, and I would like this gap fill to fill and this become a cup, and then come back test next week, have a few days of shit, and then absolutely blast off into the full moon, which I believe is it on Monday? Hold on. Moon phases. It's on the 31st, which makes it next week's Friday. You obviously have a 3-day weekend. Hopefully we absolutely pump tomorrow, then retrace Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe into Thursday, and then fucking blast a thon. That will be the high. That's the high of the market. That is the high of the market. How far do we pull back? That is a question we'll have to answer later. We do not know if we consolidate through chop like this or if we do it through price. I have told you though that this guy is ready to rip, and you know, you can do all type of analysis, but the Namo remains and always will be king. That's why I said, hey, if it gets down here, follows this trend line, this shit's gonna rip, and it is ripping. How far can it go? If it does this, for instance, tomorrow is gonna be an absolute ripper. That means, according to the pattern, Tuesday, Wednesday, it will retrace to here and make an inverted head and shoulders, and then absolutely face melt on the full moon, peace deal type of shit here, and that's your top. Okay? For now. So let's take a look here. 22nd fry. Can you get to 750 on SPY? Yes, you can. Okay, with that said, I will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day, and Nutella socks for life.
We're